All right. What is up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Monday Halls Live. That's right. This is my weekly web series where we go through the past week to week and a half's worth of comic book and pop culture pickups. I'm excited tonight because I got a really cool box in from from an online seller on Instagram, and had bought several books over a few of his claim sales. And it just turned out that they were themed the way I decided to theme tonight's episode, which was primarily it was Batman and Tony Stark books, or Batman and Iron Man books. So I'm going to be going through those tonight. I'm going to share those. This is going to be a little bit of a quicker episode, but I am looking forward to hanging out and sharing this with everybody. And hey, what's up? It's good to see you. I'm glad that you're here, hanging out for the couple that are here hanging out live, and then for those who are going to be watching it on the rewatch, on the rewind later. Glad that y'all are here tonight, and I'm excited and looking forward to sharing some of the pickups that I made over the past week to week and a half. And these came in on one box, very well packed, by Comics for Cheap over on Instagram. So hey, let's go ahead and go through. I've got a couple quick announcements, stuff to share, and then we're going to get started with this stack. So as you know, this is Monday Halls Live. This is my weekly web series, and like I said, we go over the past week to week and a half's worth of comic book pickups. But this isn't the only live stream that I do here on the channel. In addition, I also have on Wednesday nights the giveaway show. We're going to have episode number 67 coming up. We're going to be going over Star Wars announcements and a lot of the stuff we've heard. We're going to talk about what we think might or might not happen with it. And then also going to be talking about some reading recommendations. I'm going to be sharing some of my favorite reading recommendations, as well as books, stuff that maybe you've heard, stuff that maybe you haven't, but do that. So that'll be Wednesday night at 10 p.m. Central. You want to be right here for that. Also coming up, as well, over on another channel here on YouTube, the Knockout. It's season 4, and it's all the villains. I'm going to be arguing in favor of Black Adam, and then I'll be going up against Doctor Doom's fan club, I think is the name of the Instagram account. And that's going to be he's going to be talking on behalf of Green Goblin. So that's going to be a fun thing. It won't be here on this channel, but it will be on one of the other channels. And I'm going to pull that up real quick here. Let's see if I can find it. But just a really cool, this is going to be over on Matt Roberts' channel, which is Mr. Comics 89. So on Mr. Comics 89, I'll be taking part in this. And this one is going to be coming up on May the 8th. So in about a week and a half, I'll be doing this guest appearance over on his channel. So you want to make sure and check that out. It's going to be a lot of fun. There is a straw poll that's already live that you can vote on. And I think a lot of people have already voted for Black Adam. I don't know. It does seem a little bit unequal, but, we'll see. It'll be fun. Let's see who's here and hang out the chat. What's up, Brooklyn Born? I think it's going to be fun. I'm looking forward to it. It's me and you hanging out right now, but I'm sure that we'll have others that'll join, and then we'll also have people on the rewind. But yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. I'm really looking forward to that one. It's something he had approached me about quite a while back. I think it was back in January. And so I just thought it was such a cool idea. So I said, yeah, absolutely, sign me up. Lots of fun. And yeah, I don't know. I'm going to see what, I think it may, we may have some fun with it because it does look kind of like unevenly matched, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. But yeah, that's going to happen over on Mr. Comics 89 on May the 8th. I'll be doing that. I'll be doing a guest appearance over there, and it's just going to be a lot of fun. But hey, thanks for being here tonight. I'm looking forward to hanging out and sharing with y'all some books. What's up, Tony Stank? Good to see you hanging out with us as well. but yeah, like I said, I'm looking forward to sharing these books. So let me go ahead and get started with it, and let y'all see what I picked up. So, like I shared on Instagram, I've shared a couple of the books on Instagram, and like I shared here as well, these are books from an Instagram seller by the name of at Comics for Cheap. And it's comics with an X and then the number 4 and then cheap. He's been doing these claim sales for a while. I think he does Tuesdays, Thursdays, and I think one other day. But what I do is I'll always just say, hey, start me a box. And it really is a lot of good comics, really cool comics for cheap, for very cheap. So, I'm finding $5 books for $2. And it's just, yeah, he makes his money off of it and he has fun selling them. What's up, David Dotson? David Spider-Man Dotson, good to see you. Glad that you're here with us hanging out as well. But yeah, so comics for cheap, I've been buying from him for a few months now. Every couple of weeks I'll buy a few here, buy a few there, and so he'll build me a nice box. So these books, this is all that we're going through tonight, and that's what I got from him. So okay, so I made a top 10 Spider-Man 2099 video a while back, and I think it's broken like 1,000 views, and it's a pretty, it's popular here on the channel. So two of the books that, or at least one of the books that I had talked about on that video, I was able to pick up for pretty inexpensively. It's Spider-Man 2099 number 1. This is the first print A cover. So anytime I see one of these, I go ahead and pick these up, as well as Spider-Man 2099 number 1 from a different volume, and this one features the that kind of white, blue, and red Spider-Man 2099 outfit, the costume, and I love this. I love this cover. I think it's from was it Matina? Just a really cool looking cover, and I think he did all the covers for these. But this is another first issue for Spider-Man 2099, so I decided to grab this one as well. Like I shared on Instagram, I've been picking up the Daredevil Born Again storyline, and they're still surprisingly plentiful and surprisingly cheap to find for such an iconic storyline. To me, they should be $10 to $15 a piece books, but I don't think I've ever paid over $5 for a single one of them. But this is issue number 229. This is part of the storyline. I love this storyline so much. Yeah, I mean, I don't think it's going to spoil it to say that this is when Matt Murdock gets knifed by a hood, just a regular street thug that's conning people dressed up as Santa Claus at Christmas time. And Matt Murdock has sunk so low that he gets knifed by him. Just great one. Tony Stank says, does he do live claims? He does not. He does shows. He does conventions in his area, but then all his stuff is on Instagram, claim sales. And if you follow him and turn on notifications, you'll get him. And he does pretty large claim sales. Yeah, David, I'm a big fan of those 2099 runs as well. There's some really good stories in there, and I think Peter David wrote the Matina cover. Peter David wrote these, which means they're fantastic. He wrote the original Spider-Man 2099 run, and then and then he did these as well, or he did this one as well. So Peter David, I think, stayed consistent with it. And then I shut off the Daredevil 229. You know that I've been picking up some other characters. Yeah, Brooklyn Born. Yeah, he's a good seller, and he packs well. He ships well. What's up, Jonathan Dotson? Good to see you here as well. Glad that you guys are able to join us and hang out for a little bit. Firestorm, I've been picking these up. This is from the Ostrander run when Ostrander took over. This is issue number 60. Again, nothing. What's up, Louis? Louis V. What's up, sir? Good to see you. But yeah, I've just been grabbing Firestorm books, especially when they're pretty inexpensive. This was a fun pickup. It's fairly low. It's a lower grade copy. I want to think I put it like at a 5.0, but this is Man Thing number 2. from the second volume, his second self-titled volume. Just really cool cover here by Wyachek, and just fun stuff going on there in the art, in the I think it's the Arctic. But yeah, this was one that, again, inexpensively priced, so I went ahead and took it. Okay, so we are getting now to the main event for these two characters. So I'm going to share a few of these books. I've got some Iron Man books that I picked up, and then some Batman books as well, Detective Comics and the main title. So the question to you that I put to you, chat, is which of the two comic book billionaires, because that's what we're talking about tonight, which of the two comic book billionaires do you put as, the one who wins in a spur of the moment encounter? Because I know one of the key things that we always talk about is if Batman has enough time to prepare. Okay, basic suit of armor versus Batman, and we'll give him his Batmobile and all his gadgets, right? Not all, everything and anything that he might be carrying on with him. So which one do you think wins in that scenario? Taking away its spur of the moment, there's no Batman didn't have time to get an EMP with him. I don't think that's his everyday carry, but if you can make the case that it is, sure, let's do it. What's up, Larry Green? Man, I hope you got your car running. So let us know, or let me know in on Instagram DM or here. Let me know. I hope the car situation got done. So Larry Green's already saying Batman for sure. Okay, so I'm going to share the Iron Man books first, and then we're going to get to the Batman books, and then we'll have a little bit of pros and cons of each of the characters. So like I've shared before, any Iron Man comic book with this masthead, with this logo design, is my sweet spot. That's what I grew up on. That's my my nostalgia era when I was reading so much cool stuff that went on there. Not a lot of high dollar books, but just a lot of fun stories. Some cool armors debuted. My personal favorite during that era is the gold deep sea Iron Man armor. Love that suit, and love that issue where he's just in the regular Iron Man suit and he climbs inside of the deep sea book or deep sea one and does it. Man, I'm sorry to hear that, Larry. Sorry to hear that, buddy. That stinks. So this is Iron Man number 237 from that era. Again, just another filler book. Nothing big or fancy or cool about it. But you guys know I've been picking up a bunch of filler books recently. Like the Punisher War Journal run, I think is pretty much done all the way up to like number 30 or something. And then the regular Punisher run, I've also got a bunch of those. And then filling in my G.I. Joe run. So there's a lot of nostalgia books going on in eras. I'm not trying to complete a run or anything, but I just will snag these because I love to sit back when I have a minute and read through these and flip through them because, hey, there's a lot to say for nostalgia. Tony Stink says, I'll take the flying suit of armor with an arsenal. There you go. All right, we got 1 and 1. All right. So also I picked up, this is Iron Man number 240. This is the team here, he teams up with his opponents to fight the Ghost. And he's got Whiplash, and he's got Boomerang back there, and he's got Rhodey suited up in combat gear with a machine gun. So number 240. Again, nothing really big or special about him, just super cool era to pick up. Here also is Iron Man with this really cool Bob Layton cover. Bob Layton, super cool guy, well worth following on Instagram, and I love getting a chance to meet him. He's the one that we know him mostly from the Demon in a Bottle storyline. He's the architect behind that, but he did a humongous run of Iron Man comic books, so he's in there in one of my top favorite Iron Man creators, just because he had a lot of longevity. So this is Iron Man number 242. Yeah, that's a fool. Yeah. So this is the Mandarin, but I guess they gave him a new look for this time period. And this is like the Mandarin armor that he's got going, but he's still got his rings. So this was another one from this era that I picked up. All these books were picked up for $2-3 a piece. I'm not spending a ton of money on comic books right now, especially because vacation season is coming up. So I'm actually going to be selling some comic books. Tony, I would agree that, it's the Bob Layton run. There was a lot of just really cool stories. It's, to me, Bob Layton is right up there with like a Carl Potts that just had really entertaining runs, really solid artwork, and just a great time period for the characters. And really, that's what it was. This is before they were trying to match everything to trade paperbacks and trying to, do collections. And, it was just like, hey, let's tell good stories and let's have good art. So this was 1989. Yeah. So this one I showed on Instagram because it's just such a fun, cool cover. This is number 247. So there's two covers like this, and I think Layton did both of them. There's one like this, and then the other one is Iron Man and Spider-Man together swinging into battle. I just really, really enjoy these. I just think it's really clean, really well-proportioned art. Really just a fun overall image for us to look at, and it just draws you in. So I've always liked this cover. So when I saw it again come up, I said, hey, I'm going to grab this. So fun one. Hey, congratulations on that, Larry. That's really good news to hear. I'm glad that you got your computer coming. I'm real excited about that for you. Keep us updated on the whole situation with the car, because trust me, I know it sucks when there's car problems going on. All right, so this is the very next issue. This is which again, just another fun storyline. Remember when Tony Stark was? This is during the time when Tony Stark was confined to a Professor X-esque wheelchair. This is number 248 in surprisingly good condition. Again, just another $2 comic, but just fun and striking. Lots going on in here. One of the great things about he really is, Jonathan. He really is the godfather of Iron Man, because he did so much for the character. But one of the things I've always liked about Tony Stark is that he has been a man that's had struggles. He's had physical problems. He's had mental and addiction problems. Just somebody very relatable that we could always look to. Whereas Batman is kind of like a pinnacle of peak perfection. So fun, yet again, another fun book. Okay, so here, this is Iron Man number 255. Still going with that same masthead, that same era. This is from 1990, so we're just now getting to the 90s. But this is not Layton that did this cover, it's Fry. So this is Double Trouble, Crimson Dynamo, and Iron Man facing off against their enemies. Just again, love these Iron Man books. But lots of fun, lots of good stuff. Last one in my Iron Man stack is, of course, another annual, and I love picking up annuals for basically cover price from when they came out. Iron Man, that was after husband's heart surgery. Okay, so Iron Man, this is annual number 11 from 1990. It was the overall storyline, which I love when all the annuals connect and there's just overarching storyline, was the Terminus Factor. Although actually, I don't know if I think this might have been tied into more of the Iron Man books instead. Well, anyway, so this is I need to pop some of these open and read them. So Iron Man, this is an annual, again, really good shape, given that it's a square bound book and was only cover price. But yeah, those are my Iron Man books. So so I've heard a vote for Iron Man and a vote for Batman. let's get to Batman. Check it out. I shared this on Instagram. This is a fun book. If you come across this book, pick it up. It's midway through the story, but it is classic comic book writing and comic book art. This is Detective Comics number 515. So I've shared that this book is a nostalgia book for me. I remember this as a kid, getting this from the public library. And, different people have, I think modern sensibilities are different about these, the whole showcasing all the different storylines on the cover. But we've got multiple things going on here, and it's not just the Batgirl backup story there, but you've also got the Robin little subplot that's going the main story with Batman, pointing out the headmaster right here for the Academy of Crime. And then there's matches. Oh yeah, and then Vicky Vale pops up with a subplot about figuring out it's Batman, and you see that there on the side, and then Matches Malone in the bottom, which I remember as a kid just being fascinated with the idea that Batman would dress up as just a regular street hood, a thug, and go do and just go do investigations and go undercover, even though he's Batman. So I thought that was really cool. But yeah, this brings so many good memories back. Cheap copy or cheap book. I don't think it's more. It should set you back more than $5. But it is part 2 of the Academy of Crime storyline. So you're going to want to pick up. You're going to want to pick up the rest of the storyline to get the story. And it's not iconic storytelling. It's not like Frank Miller's Year One. It's not Daredevil. The Born Again. It's not Hush. It's nothing like that. It's just good, solid storytelling. Now it's a little bit cheesy because it's in 2023 to go back and look at a book from, I think this was the late 80s. It's going to feel a little bit cheesy, but it's just a fun book. It's a fun book to pick up. And yeah, like Larry, I do like covers like this, especially when it's nostalgia. But at the same time, the next pickup, Detective Comics number 505, the Dark Knight detective meets a fearsome foe under the werewolf moon. With a backup story. This is Detective Comics starring Batman again. I love these splash covers too. And then you got here in the corner, Batgirl with her backup story, which these are some of the best issues in my opinion when you have a backup story featuring Batgirl and the main character, or the main story featuring Batman, usually co-starring Robin. But this was just another fun one. I loved it that it was a werewolf, that he's gone up against a werewolf. Because Batman's gone up against predators, aliens, vampires, werewolves, you name it. He's gone up against demons. I've shared that before. One of my favorite. I think Larry Green won that cover. He went up against the 6-armed demon. So he's been up against all of it. But he's Batman, so he wins. All right, let's see. Larry Green says the covers nowadays you can't even tell what issue it is. That's true. Or it's something about like it's just a beauty shot of a character and stuff like that. And so there's something about these vintage books that I enjoy it. So that's kind of my thing. So here's Detective Comics number 506. I had a sequential lot of a few different books. Who Dies for the Mannequin? Batman facing this creepy, faceless, featureless mannequin character in Detective Comics here, and he fought her for a couple of issues. Then it's got the Batgirl backup story. So this was issue number 506. Immediately follows the werewolf one, and then 507 continues on with Mannequin, the conclusion. In this one, they're advertising more pages of story and art. So this was issue number 507. And you see Batman, he's taking a beating. He's nonetheless carrying on, and he's fighting Mannequin. And just a fun, another fun storyline. Again, nothing key or huge about it. No thing there. Just all the warm and fuzzies in the world that come with picking up a book that we remember from childhood, which is a big reason why a lot of us still collect today, because we have such good memories of it as kids, as teens. So Detective Comics number 519, Struggle in the Sky. I guess he's fighting a blimp pilot now, or a dirigible pilot now, but just the classic Batman stuff, which I really enjoy. So fun book also for the PC. Detective Comics number 549. This is Batman teaming up with Harvey Bullock, and this is definitely a shift in definitely a shift, because this is from April of '85, and this has a different look. It's by Doug Mensch, Pat Broderick, and Bob Smith. So just a really very different one, very different than what we've been looking at here. Yes, he really does end up fighting everything and anything. So now we get to the actual Batman title. I only have 2 of these because these were a little bit more pricey. They were around $5 a piece. So I said, okay. Again, trying to just keep it minimal on what my spend is. What's up, Serge Henderson? Good to see you. My night's going well. It's going quite well. Thank you for asking. I get to hang out here with everybody, so I'm happy when I get to do that. I love to get on the live stream and just hang out with everybody and make sure and let y'all know that I'm here and hanging out with y'all. So Batman number 392, just a really cool cover by Mandrake, and this is that same era as the first appearance of Killer Croc, and first appearance of Jason Todd, and that same, or in that same vicinity. She's doing well. She's downstairs in bed right now. She wanted to watch Survivor. We watched Survivor for a little bit before I came upstairs, and then she said, "Yeah, come on back then. We'll watch some more." Oh yeah, the six from Sirius. Nice. Jonathan Dotson saying he found some 6 from Sirius books. Very cool. But yeah, Serge, thank you for popping in and for saying hi to us. It's good to see you. I hope you're doing well, and that everybody with you is having a good time as well. Last one I have here for these books is Batman number 396, and I'll just say this is also from the same era, but I just really love this cover. And so, I did not already have it in the personal collection. As you'll know, I'm not actively building them, but I will pick up both Detective Comics and Batman. So this is I really like this. So I'm looking forward to popping this open and reading it, hopefully in sequence. But yeah, so those are the pickups for this week. Serge Henderson's says, another question, does she collect comics also? She does not. She doesn't collect comic books. That's not really her thing, but she loves that I do, and she loves it when I'm happy with collecting my comic books and doing my YouTube channel. So hey, can't ask for more than that. So so those are the ones. What say you, chat? Which of the 2 is the one that you say the win goes to in a mano-a-mano battle between Iron Man and Batman? Which one's going to win? Which one's going to take it away? A couple thoughts I have. Like somebody mentioned, I think Tony Stank might have mentioned the flying arsenal with weaponry. Yeah, he does seem to be overly prepared for the encounter. However, Batman's very resourceful, and the one big difference between the 2 is that, as I referenced earlier, Iron Man isn't necessarily, he's very, very intelligent, but he isn't necessarily disciplined. Batman, highly disciplined. I don't know. How much of a factor would that be? Let's see. Jonathan Dodson says, I have to go with Tony. Yeah. I mean, I think if it was just out of the blue, Iron Man would probably have the edge. If Batman had even a moment to get to his Batmobile, I think that changes things. I don't know if it changes it enough, But I think just with the regular stuff that they normally carry, both of them being incredibly intelligent, Iron Man might have the edge. But I don't know. I think it's a good question. It's a fun question to talk about. I want to share a couple things with y'all real quick. I'm getting the store here on the YouTube channel tweaked so that changing up the designs a little bit and lowering the prices on stuff because I just want to kind of bring those prices down and be able to get the merch out there a little bit. Also, you can leave super chats. So Wednesday night for the giveaway show, if you want to leave super chats, I'm coming up with something where if you do a super chat, you'll be entered for a special raffle or waffle. Sorry, I think we're supposed to say waffle or whatever. But yeah, talking about that. Channel memberships, those are going to go live next month in May. We're going to be talking about that. Also, I have a stack of giveaway stuff going out this week, preparing another stack, getting caught up on all your giveaway books. Don't worry if you haven't received your package already. We will not be doing the Big Slab giveaway until all the giveaways have been sent out. I'm even meeting with Paul this week to pick up a couple more. So don't fret. Don't worry about it. It's a little bit of a backlog, but excited about what the future holds with the giveaway show and what we're going to do there. I'm also excited about Monday Hauls Live and adding some additional people to the overall roster for this show. It's going to be a lot of fun, I think, moving forward, and especially as we get to the summer. But I just want to say a big thank you to all you that hung out tonight, and we're here just to talk about, hang out, take a look at books that we picked up. Make sure and drop in the comments if you're watching this on the rewind. Make sure and drop in the comments what have you picked up this week. I got some really good suggestions from last week that I have to look up. Somebody popped in and he left 3 books that he picked up. But I'd love to know, what are you picking up? What are the books that you think I should keep an eye out for? What are the books that you've picked up that you've really been enjoying? I haven't been to my LCS yet this week, but I'm looking forward to being there and sharing with you next Monday night at 10 p.m. Central, what I picked up. So thanks again for being here tonight. We're going to go ahead and wrap it up. Like I said, it was a shorter episode. A couple quick reminders. On May the 8th, I think, which is a Tuesday, I'll be appearing on Mr. Comics 89 YouTube channel for the Knockout Season 4, Episode number 7. I'll be debating on behalf of Black Adam, going up against Dr. Doom's fan club for Green Goblin. So I don't know. We'll see how that goes. I don't know how that's going to work out, but we'll see. And I think it's kind of a little bit overpowered on one side, but we'll see. I don't know. We'll have fun with it. So make sure that you're keeping an eye out for that. I'll be sharing it on this channel. Also, Wednesday night, as I've said, the giveaway show, 10 p.m. Central. And last but not least, we've got a Friday feature coming at you this week. Finally, that Nintendo video is just about finished, and I'm going to be able to upload that and put it up here this week. So make sure that you subscribe if you haven't already, like this video, and thanks again for being here tonight. It's always fun to be able to hang out with everybody. Let's see, I received a lot of my books, but they were damaged. Okay, if you're talking about giveaway books, message me, and let's talk about it. Okay, because I don't want anybody to have damaged books. I'm not sure if that's what you're talking about for that. Okay, just got Atlantis Attacks annuals from Avengers, Uncanny X-Men, and X-Factor, trying to collect them all. Oh yeah, they're fun. They're fun. Very fun. The Atlantis Attacks storyline is really good. Like, it's really solid. And yeah, I have the Punisher one and I think the Iron Man one. I'm sorry to hear that, El Green. Your LCS. Okay. Man, I hate to hear about that. Man, talk to them. They need to do something to correct that for you. Yeah, you need to talk to them, because you shouldn't. Don't pay for damaged books. Especially brand new books, don't pay for those. Send them back. Tell your LCS, look, that's not brand new product, and you want me to pay brand new prices. at the very least, they should give it to you at cost if it's damaged. So, just have a friendly conversation with them, and that's one of my things. That's the thing of mine. I've told my LCSs before, um, I'm sorry, I'm not going to buy that because that's damaged. If it's wrinkled or it's got nubbed corners or something, if it's, and I'm not looking for 9/8, but if it just looks pitiful, I'm not going to pay for it. So that's my word to you. Yeah. So the Punisher. Well, ever since it went from being like a $2 book to a $20 book. Yeah, they're very hard to find. I think I'll have to look around here and see. I think I have one. I know I have one. I might have two, but I'm not sure. I'm still in the process of trying to get this area organized and cleaned up and everything in its right place. Well, hey, it's been fun hanging out with y'all. I love this. I enjoyed it. It's a highlight of my week, and I'm glad to be able to hang out with y'all and share this stuff with us. Remember everything I said about like different announcements. Keep an eye out. In about 2 days or so, the merch should reappear here on the channel, and the t-shirts, hoodies, all that stuff will be less expensive. So and again, like I said, the channel memberships, that's going to be some fun stuff as well. And then we'll be doing the big slab giveaway. Also, if we reach 1,250 subscribers, sometime soon, we'll also be celebrating by doing a bigger giveaway show for that as well to celebrate. That's the next milestone. We're pretty close to it because I think we're at like 1,222 or something for subscriber count for that. So y'all, thanks again for being here. I'm Carlos Collects Comics. This has been another fun night just hanging out with everybody, and I look forward to seeing y'all on Wednesday at 10 p.m. Central. I'll see you then.